Christian hypocrisy is something that kept me away from looking into the historicity of Jesus' life for a long time. I just think it's kind of funny how Christian hypocrisy is the excuse that I used to use to stay away from actually taking Christianity seriously, actually taking Jesus seriously. But I still knew that the standard of Christianity, the standard of what Jesus taught, was not what Christian hypocrites were living up to. Jesus Christ himself said that there would be some who do miracles in his name, cast out demons in his name, that he never knew, that never actually had faith in Jesus. They were just using the religion as a crux to be able to gain, worldly status. So if you're someone like I used to be, who heard a handful of, claims about Christianity, about Jesus' life, that Jesus is just some sort of plagiarized myth, he comes from a handful of myths. If you think that Christianity isn't worth taking seriously because of all the Christian hypocrites you see that aren't living up to the standard that Jesus himself gave, then I highly recommend you look into the history of Jesus Christ. You actually look into the origin of Christianity. You look into different arguments for the resurrection, like the minimal facts argument. You apply the historical method to the New Testament like Lee Strobel did, and get to know the historical Jesus. Reach out to him in prayer. Jesus Christ and his historical life is the greatest hope for humanity. It's the hope that God himself loves us. He showed himself in history. He made himself very known. In fact, the most well-known person, arguably in all of ancient history, is Jesus Christ. And I think that's beyond a doubt, honestly. He's also the best person. He's the most ethical person who's ever lived in antiquity. And he gave us this message of his unconditional love by dying on the cross for the forgiveness of sins and resurrecting from the grave to show that he is not just making a claim, he's proving it historically. He's showing that God himself loves us enough that he died for us to know it. Read the New Testament, reach out to Jesus in prayer. He's the God that loves us. Stay blessed, y'all.